Yo YouTube, what's going on my people? As promised, I'm back with another trade breakdown. This trade breakdown is about a trade I took on Euro USD that I took on Monday and held to Tuesday, making it a swing trade. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down how I was able to hold the trade up to 1 to 5, though I was aiming for higher. So sit back, take a note, take a pen, let's learn something new. We're gonna go straight into the breakdown. For you to be able to understand how I was able to catch this trade, you need to understand market structure. And I did make a video on that explaining a generalized overview of how structure can be read, right? Market structure, check that out. So in this one, I have a little bit of unique way I read structure. So as you can tell right here, this was a strong bearish push, right? Basically downtrend. Over here, price created a push, created a pullback, created a high, created a pullback, created a high. And if you notice over here, it was just a little bit of rejection, like you could call this a resistance technically. And if you notice, this high was never broken with a body closure, right? So basically I am still bullish, right? So technically, since this high was never really touched, right, this push didn't break any structure. So the last structural point was this zone, right? If you notice, price started to pull back. And where did price pull back to? The last structural point, which is pretty much the swing high, the swing low, which is pretty much supply and demand. So this is a pretty demand zone. So price came in here. What I did next was just go to the 5 minutes, look for my confirmation, because knowing where the market is going is one thing, understanding when to enter is another thing, you get. So that's what happened here. Price came back around 16, which was on Monday. I was looking at this when I was on my screen in the evening, and what I saw was my confirmation. Price came in here. What did it do? A low, a high, a low. Once price broke the low, once price breaks the high, I just wait for price to come back to the last swing where price broke structure from. So which was pretty much this one. So price came in here around 21, which is 9 o'clock my time. Price came to tap, and during New York session, it pulled back crazily and then it flew. Well, it flew to a zone. It flew to, I think, around 1 to 2. Initially, I'm gonna go to the higher time frame. Initially, I was aiming, well, price, I still feel price is going to get to this high. I was actually aiming for a 1 to 13, but I didn't have the patience for that. So I just closed 1 to 13. I still feel price might get here, because if you use the Fib tool, I don't know if anyone knows the Fib tool, because I know a lot of these things. So sometimes I just merge everything together. It's going to give you somewhere around there, right? So that Fib tool, it works perfectly too. Anyways, it got to around 1 to 5 yesterday. I was like, okay, this is pretty decent, because for my swing, I tend to go for 1 to 6, 1 to 5, it all depends, right? So pretty much this is a pretty simple trade. You could also read this from the generalized point of view. It's just pretty much, it's just supply and demand, like a high, a low, a high. Price came back to the last one. Use this as liquidity. There's a lot of concept you can explain, but I tend to keep mine very simple, because I don't see the point to complicate things, you know. Anyways, this was a simple trade breakdown. If you enjoy it, make sure to give it a like. If you're interested in our trade, send me a DM and we can talk more. Thank you for watching this one. See you in the next one. Bless.